In today's lesson, we're going to learn how to format data in Excel. Formatting does not change your data, it only changes how it looks. This helps make your Excel sheets clean, readable, and easier to understand. See, many beginners think formatting changes their numbers. No, it doesn't. And I'll show you why. But first, what does formatting mean? Now, formatting is like changing the clothes of your data. The value stays the same, only the appearance changes. Let me show you how. I will be showing us what Excel formatting looks like by starting with an example. I will type 100 here. And what I will be doing with this 100 is to change its format. And to change its format, it can be in terms of color, the opacity, boldness, the font size, and the likes. Now, even though it would look different, Excel still understands the value as 100. For example, now we have this 100. I can decide to increase it to 16. I can also come here, increase it, or come here and decrease it to 12. And then I can decide to change the color to orange. And I can decide to bold it. I can decide to italize it. I can decide to underline it. Now, whatever I do to this value is formatting. Does it change the value? No. Excel still understands this as 100. So it makes no sense to underline this for the use case. Now I have my 100 back. Whether it is like this or the other way around, that is an example of Excel formatting. And whatever format I do does not change how Excel recognizes the value. Now I would go properly into our Excel formatting now. And if you look at this data, if you can take a picture of it now and see how we're going to transform it. Now, the essence of formatting is for our data to look presentable, for it to be clear and readable. Now, we have our name, age, status, and due for promotion. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to focus on my headers. My headers are name, age, status, and due for promotion. Now, the way it looks now, it looks like the same. There's no difference. It's only an intelligent person or somebody who, can look through data to say, oh, these are the names, these are the age, But we still need to do something to make the headers different. For example, we can decide to highlight the headers and give it a bold, make it bold. And also, we can also fill our header with a color. We can give it maybe a light orange. Yeah. And that's another way to go about it. And another way is we can also come here and give it different angle. This is also another way we can go about it. Notice that it is only the highlighted headers that the changes are affecting. And then we can also come here, play around. It depends on, how you want your data to be, how you're formatting, what you actually want. It depends on the use case generally, right? Let's just settle for this one. Now we have done the formatting. Remember, before I did this at all, I told us to take a picture of it. Now there's a huge difference between how it was before and how it is now, right? So this is how, headers stand out, without affecting our data. Now, the next thing we're going to do is the width. Now, width I'm talking about is this. Now, there are sometimes when you're working on your Excel sheets, you come across a sign like this, hashtag, and you'll be wondering, oh, what did I do wrong? Don't worry, don't fret. The only thing there is that the width of your cell is smaller than your input, is smaller than the value. Let's say, for instance, I'll come to this place. I'm going to type 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And when I say enter, when I press enter rather, it gives me hash, hash, hash. Now, this does not mean that my number is not there. It just means that the width of the cell is too narrow. Now, we have two ways we can expand this cell. First is we come to that cell where we have the plus sign. Back in the days, what we do is to drag it this way. But that is old-fashioned. But if you still want to do it that way, fine. I'm going to do a Ctrl Z. And the best way I would advise us to do is to come here and double click. It will automatically fit our value to the width of the, it will adjust it to the right width based on the length of our value. Now that's how we can fix our narrow cell. Now the next thing we're going to do is alignment. Now alignment, if you notice, and I had previously explained, alignment in my previous teaching. Now when you look at the age is in numbers, you would notice that our age is resting to the right. That is the best way for your numbers to be highlighted. Like, it is automatic. If your numbers are not on the right, there's something wrong with your data. And then if you notice the alignment of the text, you'd realize that our text is resting to the left. That is the best way our text should be. However, for our headers, we can decide to centralize it, put it in the center. I would also highlight all of my headers and then come here and put it in the center. Now, this centralization I'm doing now, it is not mandatory, it is not a rule, it is preference. Whatever design suits your presentation or your audience is what you should go for, right? So that's another thing with alignment. Now the next thing I'm going to show us is that apart from the fact that I manually change the formatting of the headers, there's also another way to go about it. Now I'm going to take us back to how our data was before. Now this is the raw data. So with our raw data, what we can do is click on any part of the cell and then click on Ctrl T. And then when it brings this dialog box which says create table, we click on OK. Now automatically our data set has been turned into a table that is ready to analyze, and automatically it has formatted it. Now apart from the default formatting it has given to us, we can also change the style of it or the design by coming here, and then we can play around with any design of our choice. That's another way to format our data. Now, why does formatting matters? It matters because it helps us to read our data. It's not just about decoration. For example, I'm going to show you this data set. This is the raw data. And this is the process of this particular one this is the raw data, right, from the source. And this is the process of cleaning, evaluating, adding this dollar sign, cleaning did not value, doing a lot of cleaning here. Then I moved to pivot tables and then created this beautiful dashboard, right? I know we're gonna take baby step. I'm just telling you the transformation that is not just about, it's not about designing, but it's about readability. It's about understanding. It's about clarity. That is one way, that is one of the benefits of formatting our data. Now, I want us to do a practice challenge, right? And I'm going to be sharing in the comment section under this video. I'm going to be sharing this simple data here. I want us to make the headers to be bold. I want us to adjust the width of this name, and I want us to align text and numbers. I want us to play around with this data, and don't forget to comment.
Great job, Excel enthusiast. While formatting makes your Excel work easier to read and easier to understand, note that Excel has many more formatting tools. But as a beginner, this is all you need right now. I know. We will learn more formatting later when it actually makes sense. In the next lesson, we will learn how to save and manage Excel files so you never lose your work. Now, if you find this video impactful, please share, like, and subscribe. See you in my next video.